they're hers. Look her up too. You'll love her music, and she goes live too. Libra, what's up? Sorry, I'm hanging out with TikTok. I'm glad you guys showed up too. Hi, it's Archer. It's me. Thanks for being here. Libra, it is time to read some cards for you. Apologies for yesterday. I did not get everything unpacked, but I am back in Michigan, and we are ready to rock and roll. All right, so let's do it, Libra. Let's see what we got for you and the one on your mind. Thank you for being here. If you could, love the like for yourself. TikTok, double tap the screen. Facebook, Instagram, show a little bit of love. And y'all are more than welcome to come over and be a part of the family here on the channel. The link is in my bio. It'll take you to the link tree to Archer Astrology Tarot on YouTube. We would love to have you here. And even if you are here already, definitely subscribe and set the bell to all notifications, because I do go live with each individual sign readings weeknights. Just check the morning posts. They got you covered. All right. And in all signs, every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern, of which this coming Monday on the 10th, it's the March giveaway. Literally, Archer Astrology is having March Madness. All right. Going to be 6 chances to win. Okay. So I'll see you Monday to be a part of the contest. And also check out the link tree. You can get there right over here by scanning this QR code or checking out the pinned comment down below. That has all the safe to click links that aren't spam. They're not trolls. It's me. It'll take you to all the playlists, all the platforms that we've got here. You've got the pick a card readings. I'm going to do another one of those soon too. I missed doing a pick a card. We got to do a pick a card. Also, there's some neat bass covers, drum covers, some awesome music from the greats like Caitlin Petty and the Beatles, and everybody's there. All the real stars are there. Okay, so just check it all out. And if you do want a chance to own your very own Archer Astrology Tarot sticker, stick it to a window, throw it in the garbage, whatever you want to do with it, you can get it there too. It's listed in the link tree along with my email address. If you would like to book a personal private reading with me, just shoot me an email to archerastrology@gmail.com, and you can choose from the one-on-one Zoom reading, where it's like you're hanging out at the table with me here, or traditional private YouTube, like a full-length 40-minute video, or a budget-friendly, short and sweet 20-minute energy check-in. But whatever you pick, I look forward to reading for you. So shoot me an email or follow the email link in the Archer Astrology link tree using the QR code, and I'll send you back the availability, booking, and pricing details. Okay? So you ready? Let's go for it, because I got interested. This one freaked me out a little bit when I sat down to meditate and get your title and get your title cards and stuff. Because I shuffle the cards, and then I'm like, okay, what's going to be up for Libra today? The first 2 cards I pull, that's how I get your title card, okay? And then as I'm doing it and getting those cards, the ones that you saw in the title picture, I heard it's a juicy reading. And I'm like, God, you don't talk to even me that way. Me and God, we got our own lingo. But I'm like, you don't even talk to me that way. He's like, the tea gets spilt. I'm like, and he was like very adamant. It wasn't like just fun stuff. He was like, the tea gets spilt. And I'm like, no way. And God's like, yeah way. And I'm like, oh, I see what you did there. Cool. That's why I like my God. So he was still in his right frames, you know? Okay, so let's dig in and find out. Here we go. Oh, what's up? Hey, Gina. Thanks for coming. Janet, what's up, darling? Hey, Autumn. What's up, gorgeous? How you doing? Hey, Louise. Thank you guys for being here. All right, you ready? AC, what up? Definitely stop by and say hi down in the live chat, okay? AC, the art chats, all the mod squad, they're there for you, all right? Let's do it. Give me 2 shuffles for Libra. I want to know. Let's spill the tea, Boston Tea Party style. You ready? Here we go. Let's go. 2 shuffles for Libra. My throat chakra is already locking up. Oh, dude, the person on your mind totally knows I'm going to tell everything. I have to. It's my job. In that case, this is not all messages highest and greatest good. This is going to be whatever comes out. Let's do it. 1 and 2. Let's love this deck for the lovable, lovely Libras. Case dismissed. Okay, let's go. Dude, it's the Lovers. Gemini energy. Oh, wow. Everything is playing out exactly as what was originally written in your guys' energetical blueprint. So I know the time apart, their indecisiveness, it has all been a roller coaster ride. The Lovers card represents those ups and downs. It's major arcana. This is major ups and downs that our lives experience in a relationship or almost in anything, okay? And everything is energy. That's why Cedar Point in Ohio has a roller coaster ride named Gemini. There you go. Lovers. They could have called it Lovers. Would have worked too. But anyways, we're cool. So this shows here that it is playing out. Holy moly, shut the front door. It is playing out exactly as it's supposed to with the Three of Cups and the High Priestess. The wedding at Cana comes out with Mary Magdalene, and that woman knew a thing or two about a thing or two. She was a good person to have as a friend back in that timeline, okay? You got all the inside track with her. She knew stuff. That tells me there's something coming in, and you are destined for a successful marriage, too. Neat. This is literally the title of the reading. 10 of Cups is underneath that. Holy moly. Oh, this is going to be good. Let's go. I don't even want to sit and keep looking at the cards. Let's just read. All right, current conditions at Libra. What do we got for the cardinal air sign? We got the Hanged Man. You have patiently been waiting, haven't you? Even though this is Peter's crucifixion, that was not a good day. Some of you guys actually have just had a bad day. You're like, Archer, things were going really good, but then today everything sucked. Aw, Libra, don't make me spinny hug you, but I will if you want me to. On the Ace of Swords here, you're undergoing a conversion, so you've been feeling kind of stretched a little too thin lately. Yep, I'm totally hearing Caitlin Petty's version of Carnival of Light, the song that will be always sought after, Stuck Loving You. Always on the go, can't say no. This here shows that you're working to pass a test right here that's got you stretched really thin, trying to get over this, okay? You're at the point that the demands being placed on you have you frustrated. This is just like Satan testing Job, okay? Book of Job may resonate to what's going on in your life right now. And you or them could be born on the 1st or the 22nd, possibly, because I'm thinking of Job 122. Even 122 or 221 might be angel numbers that you've been seeing lately. Job 122, which I never pronounced his name right because I'm a workaholic, so to me his name was Job, but whatever. Anyways, in all this, Job did not sin by charging God with the wrongdoings. Okay, so you have tried to be very, let's see. You haven't tried to pick sides. You try to look at the best of everybody's situation. And you've been taking a lot of the blame on a lot of stuff too, instead of like, you know, like standing your ground and being like, no, you really did mess that up. And then you're like, oh, no, I'm sorry. Maybe I didn't explain it well enough. No, they really did mess it up, didn't they? And it's kind of like a slight attitude adjustment that everybody feels they need to leave you alone. Like you've been even a little snippy, right? You're like, everybody's allowed to have a bad day. You're having a bad day. The problem with that is when anyone is having a bad day and gets a little Ace of Swords snappy, everybody walks away from you and leaves you to fend for yourself. And it's kind of like, I'm with you on this, Libra, because it's kind of like, why does everybody do that? You're looking for that one person that when you're having a bad day and you snap because you're trying to keep it all bottled up inside, and everybody then's like, oh, Libra's in a mood, let's just leave Libra alone. You want the one person that actually goes, what's wrong? Why are you snapping? I don't think you're snapping at me. What's going on? Are you okay? And right there, you'd be like, marry me right now. You had me at hello. You know what I mean? But most everybody leaves you alone. You're the first one to ask everybody else they're having a good day, but then you snap or have one bad day and nobody checks on you. Okay, you're wanting to get out of that cycle. I got you. We'll see how it's going. All right? Now, let's check out some money. Let's see what's in your wallet. We have the Three of Swords, your energy, and the rebellion against David. The Nine of Pentacles and the Star card. This tells me that you've been trying to work hard and make your mark. Like you want to leave a lasting impression in your current field, but yet it's kind of like almost feeling with the Three of Swords that it's never going to happen. And the birds that are on this Three of Swords, I got drawn to that. You might actually start noticing, like seeing a bald eagle, an eagle flying, or somebody has a tattoo of an eagle or a bird I'm seeing off of this. But the birds were what I was really attracted to, okay? It's kind of like you're wanting to leave this lasting impression in your current field. You want to make your mark, but it's not happening. And you're kind of like almost to the point of being like, you know what, Archer, what's the use? It hasn't started, it hasn't worked yet. Why is it going to work out this time? Every time I get this cool idea or something, it just falls flat like a tire. And that it's one of those things of, what if you tried one more time? And that's how you've been feeling, because this is the rebellion against David, the rebellion against the Three of Swords. The name David might even resonate to you. But this is kind of like when that Three of Swords has you down in the workplace, that you're like, fine, one more time. But if it doesn't work this time, I'm throwing the idea in the trash. And it's like, that's the time that it works, okay? Instead of giving up, you give it that one last shot that takes it somewhere, okay? All right, we'll see what's up with that. Some of you guys might be saving for a trip or a vacation. I'm pulling off the Star card with the three wise men just kind of cruising through the desert and kind of being like, I wish we'd drawn a map first because this is a really big desert. Just so long as they don't pass by Toby with that vending machine with the Dr. Peppers in it, they'll be okay. They'll still get there. But yeah, some of you guys might be like trying to get some money saved up for a trip that you thought you had the money for. Like you had a whole plan, it was going to work. Now you're getting close to the time to make reservations and do bookings. And you're like, all of a sudden, I was supposed to have made more money by now. The savings is still like only halfway there. What do we do? Okay, so we'll check it out. Now, love department. Let's see what's up, starting with a past person, because you're allowed to miss and love whomever you want, however long you want, okay? My title here is just Tarot Reader, not Tarot Tell You What to Do. Eight of Wands, Ace of Cups, and the Tower card. Okay, I'll rip the Band-Aid off right now. Some of you guys will have to scroll ahead later, because there's some of you guys that are like, Archer, nope, too much, not interested in the past. I'm looking forward with the new cups. Okay, that might only resonate for 16% of you guys, okay? Or somebody might be born on the 1st, the 16th, or the 18th, possibly the 8th. But meanwhile, while some of you are thinking that, and those of you that aren't, you're getting ready to move on and start looking for new love because it's been so long since you heard from this person with the Tower of Babel, okay? That you're kind of like, you know what, Archer, they probably don't even think about me anymore. I miss them, but, you know, okay, it is what it is. Meanwhile, while you guys are thinking that and thinking about new love, either because it's what you want or because you feel it's your only choice, and I'm seeing a Libra that doesn't like that because you're like, I'm Libra, I don't settle. Meanwhile, what's happening is your person's also wanting to come back in your direction with the Eight of Wands. Notice on the Eight of Wands in every tarot deck how it always shows something in motion. In this case, it's that, I don't know, one of the horses is missing off the chariot, but they're still, even with 1 horsepower, they're still on their way to see the Ethiopians, okay? This shows somebody wanting to make a return back, and I do think they are regretting. They regret making you feel like an option, okay? How about it? Somebody that's gonna like remit responsibility finally, okay? I think the retrogrades are gonna cause them to be like, regardless of if you guys work out or not, somebody wants closure and wants to apologize to you, okay? Yeah, I'm spilling the tea. Because remember their ego, how they were before? You're like, this person wouldn't apologize to anybody, right? This person could have been the guy driving the Titanic when it hit the iceberg, and he'd have been like, wasn't my fault, iceberg jumped right out in front of me, I didn't do it. Not an I'm sorry, not nothing, right? Just be like, nope, wasn't my fault, that was the iceberg. Well, I mean, kind of it was the iceberg's fault, but whatever. I digress. Weather anomalies. Okay, now, new person. Let's hop into the new love and see what we got here, okay? Now this here could be somebody you've already started talking to, or you're single and you're wondering what's coming in, okay? We have the Death card. So this person, they're not your usual type, okay? And then we've got the Knight of Pentacles, and they're also not making any progress, but long term, it goes into the Ten of Pentacles. Some of you guys also have been making pros and cons lists on your life about what you want long term for a relationship. And this person does check all the boxes except for one, and that's that they don't just jump in. Knight of Pentacles. They haven't really opened up or told you how they feel, and yet you are still crushing on somebody, okay? So we'll find out what's up with that because it's like no progress, no change. Even for my single Libras, you're like, Archer, I have tried online dating. I have tried going back to the bars like back in the good old days. And an Archer, the dating pool is pretty shallow, dried up, and somebody needs to put like shock treatment in it. All right, we're going to find out because this person will shock you. All right, so let's see what we got. Could be dealing with a Pisces. Could be a Sagittarius. Could be another Libra. Aquarius is here. Cancer's here. We've also got the Tower card. Scorpio, Virgo, and Aries. Oh, and Gemini, okay? And you and them could be born on the 9th, the 1st, or the 12th, the 17th, the 3rd, the 20th, the 19th, the 31st, or possibly the 10th, okay? But we're just getting started, so let's see what else we got. All right, let's do it to it. And thanks for being here, y'all. Hey, Tammy, what up? Hi, Candace, how's it going? Melissa, what's up? I miss you already down there. I miss all y'all. What's up? All right, let's go. Starting with the Hangman, the Ace of Swords, the Nine of Wands. We have Judgment. See, and the Fool card. Some of you guys are opting to go for the new direction, okay? Page of Pentacles, Nine of Swords on the Queen of Pentacles. Somebody here likes one direction. I'm being told somebody likes one direction. It's your go-to. I see I got a couple of Swifties in the crowd, and I got a couple of One Directions in the crowd. With the King of Wands on this, Sagittarius energy coming out, you're missing some fun, this does show that for some of you guys, the idea of a trip, either a vacation or a staycation or something bigger planned, is your focus right now. You really would like a little bit of time off, you know? Hey, love you too. What's up? How you doing? Hey, Perfect Dark. Kiana, how are you? Three of Pentacles. God's going to help you line some stuff up. You're just getting ready to do a new chapter, and I see you're kind of a workaholic too. You've been pouring your energies in to your work because it seems like that's about the only ounces of like sanity you have in the day because love hasn't been working too well. And especially with like, it's like you're frustrated by the stagnancy in your life, right? And with this Page of Pentacles to the Fool card, some of you guys might be planning a party because you are a little tired of being like, you know, bored, straight up. Like your friends don't want to go out anymore. You want to plan something. Some of you guys might be like, you're going to be the one that's putting together the St. Patrick's Day plans, getting the green beer ready and stuff like that, okay? Hey, Melissa, thanks for being here. We got a lot of Melissas in the crowd today. I love it. You guys are awesome. Hello. Page of Pentacles. What I'm seeing on a side note, some of you guys do have an idea that keeps popping up into your head, and you haven't been able to shake it, okay? That's actually because it's a great idea with the Fool card, and God is wanting you to take a risk on this one. God's like, the reason you won't get it out of your head is because it's a really good idea. And like the reason it stays in your head so much is because God is like, he doesn't want to see you in the energy in the future being like, oh man, I wish I'd done that. I should have done it. Hindsight's 2020. He's trying to help give you the hindsight now to like take that risk. Maybe some of you guys have been told it was stupid or you shouldn't do it. But I see you kind of confiding, getting a little more confident. Yeah, that's what I meant. Confident and being like, oh yeah, you think it's not going to work? Don't tell me no. Watch me. You know, that sort of a thing. Like just the right person has told you it's a dumb idea, it's not a good idea, and that's the one that you're like, I'm going to show that person. And guess what? You are totally going to show that person. Queen of Pentacles. For some of you guys, it's just somebody that shot this idea down way back in the first time. You know what I mean? And you haven't even talked to them in a while, but you're like, I know they'll see me succeed on whatever this idea is that you've been working on, okay? It's like, it's a bit of the delay energy, okay? Just like Pluto moving into Aquarius. Some of you guys have been sitting here recently and you've been like, you know, everybody said since November, Pluto going into Aquarius, the cardinal signs are going to have a glow up. They're going to enter into their confident era and stuff. And you're like, it ain't happened to me yet. I still feel like I'm in the same cycle with just the needle stuck in the groove on the record so far that it's ready to wear through the record, you know? Queen of Pentacles shows you're going to get ready to come out of this one because you've been trying to get out of this old cycle for a long time. It's kind of like you've had your fun with this cycle and you're over it. Some of you guys might be in the midst of one of your Saturn returns, like late 20s. And it's like all of a sudden now it's like, okay, I'm not so into the bar scene and the party scene anymore. It's time to start adulting, okay? Or if you're around the age of 40, a Saturn return is called the midlife crisis. The guys decide to go and get the car they wanted when they were in their kids, when they were 20s. The girls they bust out the bell bottoms again. You know, a little bit of that. And the guys realize it's hard to get down into the car now. Why did we buy a Corvette? And the girls are like, wait a second, these pants shrunk in the dryer. Right? It's just a little bit of that. There's one more when we get up into the retirement years. Those are your golden years, though, coming out, okay? So you just haven't been able to break through the cycle yet because even the energies, Pluto moving into Aquarius was kind of like lighting the fuse on a firecracker that now as we approach these retrogrades, the firecracker pops and then it finally hits and your confident era starts moving forward, okay? For a lot of you guys, it is going to start changing this week ahead. You guys will start feeling a little different, a little more like, you know, like a little bit of here, a little bit of like here, hold my coffee, watch what I got. You're not going to let people like slow you down, the Two of Cups. Time's right. The time for this to start and take effect is there. Mars moving into, like Mars is moving direct, but Neptune getting ready to go into Aries. We've got some very interesting Pisces, Aries, Cancer, Leo energy right now. Those are like our hubs, our strong points. The planets are all doing stuff in. But it's weird stuff right now. It's wonky. Like you've got, was it Mars? I think it was Mars. That went between Cancer and Leo for a little bit. Right now, Neptune is going to be doing a little bit between Aries and Pisces. So there's a lot of willy wobbly energies out there. You know, weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. Okay? So you're going to come through this point, and the Mercury retrograde is actually going to allow, like Venus retrograde is letting you focus on the stuff to say goodbye to get out of the old cycle. And then Mercury retrograde is going to be the one that's the catapult. It's the Mercury retrograde is the clearing out energy for you, okay? And yep, somebody's going to be returning. And what I'm seeing on here, not the past person, this is a separate storyline. The storyline of this one tells me, this is like some of you guys have recently gotten invited to a high school reunion, or you have somebody you haven't talked to since high school or when you were younger that reaches out, finds you through Facebook or something and is like, oh my gosh, Libra, what's you been up to? We got to go out and get caught up and stuff, okay? And it'll help you deal with a lot of like the anxiety, the nerves you've been feeling, and let you kind of reflect back onto a time when life was just simpler. You know what I mean? It'll be a neat little, just a meetup type of a thing, okay? Could be dealing with a Cancer, could be an Aries. Capricorn's here too though, so you've got the cardinal sign support on this one, okay? Then we've also got Sagittarius, we've got Gemini, there is some Virgo, and a little bit of Pisces on this too, okay? So with the energies I'm seeing, because we've got the Cancer energy and we've got the Pisces energy and the Aries, Neptune movement, another big one about bringing your dreams into reality, okay? Okay, so let's get into the money front. Let's see what's in the work department here. What's going on in your wallet? Especially for those of you that are wanting to save up for this trip. I got to see what's going to happen on this one. That is a deck jam. Do you see the deck doing that? And earlier, I got chills. Didn't I say earlier I kind of wanted to spinny hug you? One of you Libras took that seriously, didn't you? All right, deck jam, come here. I'm going to grip you up. We're going to spinny hug you. I'm going to spin you around till you're like flapping in the... It's going to be more than just being in a Jeep with the tops off. You're going to have convertible hair, okay? Like the whole top off the car. Some of you guys might have a convertible. But yep, I'm going to spinny hug you till you start giggling, and then you're going to be like, Archer, I'm kind of blacking out. You're suffocating me. I'm going to be like, that means it's working. All right? See, so I knew it. I felt the energies. I knew you needed a spinny hug, okay? All right, so let's see what we've got on this. Give me some energies. See, because you've been trying to focus on work. And then work's ticking you off too. No wonder. See, anybody else would be like, oh, Libra's having a bad day. Just walk away. Not Archer. Archer walks up and was like, come here. I'm going to hug you until you pass out. Come here. You're going to have to be happy. Two of Swords, Ace of Cups, the Seven of Wands. For some of you on a side message or a side note, you did try to attempt to start getting involved in an inner office relationship, and it Titanicked. It didn't work out, and it's created some awkward moments. It's just an unrelated note to your past and your new person. This is like somebody else that either they crushed on you, and when you weren't interested, they decided to make your life suck, or your work life suck, you know what I mean? Or some of you guys actually did try getting involved with something and it just didn't work, okay? But now some of you guys are saving for this, either a rather big purchase, a trip. Some of you guys, I think it's like a development on yourself. Maybe it's like a trip to get away and to overcome some anxieties and some stresses. Okay, a little bit of a self-help thing. Some of you guys might be getting into spirituality or religion, and you're actually booking a religious retreat, okay? So, like, even if it's like a yoga retreat, meditation, going to see something like a public event that involves like tarot or spirituality, some of you guys are just wanting to get back into going to church. I'm seeing a Libra that's tired of watching church on YouTube and like, I want to go back and sit down, you know? So, the changes that are coming in here are allowing yourself to like, staying patient and persistent is going to help out, because the Seven of Wands shows you're juggling a lot of stuff right now. Some of you guys are even considering a second job, or you're self-employed and the commission hasn't been great right now, business is down and low, or you're fearing like what you're going to have to pay for taxes, okay? And then some of you guys check the bank and you were like, whoa, wait, we should have had more saved up by now. I think Christmas kind of cooked us. We're in trouble, okay? But not so much onto it, because what I'm seeing here, Ace of Cups, Two of Swords, is that with this Queen of Sheba showing up, for those of you that are employed, I do see that you wind up getting some money that you've been waiting for. It could be like some back pay, maybe travel expenses from work, or some of you guys, somebody might be in real estate here and you're waiting for a closing so you can get your commission, and you're like, kind of really need this one to close. No, I need a new home inspector. This ain't cool, or stuff like that. What I'm seeing here is that it comes together just in time. That's sort of a thing that you can cash the check, direct deposit it, whatever you do, and at like that last minute Hail Mary pass. that you've got enough money to cover things with a little bit extra left over, okay? So there could be even the energies of some of you guys getting more back on your taxes than expected, and you're sitting here like, I really need that like right now. But it'll come in for you. Ace of Cups. It'll let you clear the slate out and get back onto something that you love to do instead of having to always worry about the money and just allow the money to come to you, okay? Now, what I'm seeing on this one too is some of you guys are nervous about the future, especially for my Libras in the US. You might be a little nervous about your job or the future of your entire organization or company. So I see I could be talking to a few Libras that might work for the government, okay? But let me get a couple of cards for those of you that this part resonates. It's on the Seven of Pentacles, okay? Maybe some of you guys work at a place that has had a visit from our dear friends. You know what I mean? Okay, hold on. Three of Swords on the Three of Swords. Oh, that's the Three of Swords. Four of Pentacles. Fears of cutbacks. Fears of layoffs. Oh, okay. What I'm seeing on this one is that you actually will be okay, Libra. Okay, yes, there are some takeovers. Yes, there are some layoffs and cutbacks. However, I see you being spared because you have that one boss that likes you, the one you get along with out of the whole group. That guy is actually going to keep you on board when everything changes hands, because I've seen this in a few visions and predictions that this is the final year that the U.S. has the three-branch system that we have all grown up used to: executive, judicial, legislative. There is a fourth one getting ready to be hatched and formed, okay? This is the last year you got to worry about paying the taxes and all the way that it has worked since the Federal Reserve was started, okay? Notice, first they have looked at the IRS, then Fort Knox. Guess what they haven't announced yet? I guarantee they're gonna figure out how to audit the Federal Reserve and take it over. Take the power of this country's money back from the banks, because the government wants control of the money. So by next year, there will be a fourth branch that takes the IRS, Federal Reserve, and Fort Knox, which the Federal Reserve is about as federal as Federal Express. Changed my mind. But all three of those will be combined, ran by the government, and it will become the fourth financial branch of the government. Okay? And what it'll be is next year, it won't be all this weird, crazy trying to do your taxes. It'll simply be, if you make 0 to 40,000 a year, you pay this much. It's like paying your dues to be a part of the club. 40 to 80,000, this much. 80 to 180,000, this much, and so on and so on. Okay? You are actually at an amazing evolution of the United States of America that will be felt worldwide. Okay? It's changing the value of the US dollar, which is an exchangeable worldwide currency. Six of Wands, and you get to stay. You get on board. Okay? So you'll be spared in the layoffs. Okay? And if you aren't spared in the layoffs, there's already another job waiting for you. You don't have to hop into the job market. It's that, like, if you do get let go, that cool boss that does like you, the one that'll be like, I'm sorry, I had no control over this, he's going to give you a phone number, okay? And going to be like, call this person. They already have a job lined up for you. And it's the frickin' World card. I got chills off of the World card. This is why I love tarot. I just do it here. The cards back me up. I'm just reading the energy, what I feel. The cards are just covering my butt. Six of Wands. Caitlin Petty rides in on her motorcycle just in time. Let's see you show up to the Grammys like that, Beyonce. I promise one day I'll get over it, maybe. When Caitlin wins for Best Grunge Rock Seattle album, maybe then, or Punk Rock album, we'll get there. Love Fire Tarot. What up, boo? What up, girl? How you doing, darling? You are killing it, man. You are fire. I kid you not. Oh, check out Love Fire Tarot if you guys need a chance on that. It's totally... All right, and I'll tell you what, for those of you that are a content creator and you make your living as a musician, a singer-songwriter, unsigned artist, painter, Spotify, podcast, YouTube channel, tarot channel, post up your link down below. Leave a comment on this video with the links to your social media and we will all check it out. We'll do sub for sub, follow for follow, all that stuff. There's 8 billion people on this overpopulated rock. There's room for all of us, all right? So post your stuff up down there. We will all Page of Swords and check it out. I'll go check it out too. All right? Okay, let's get into the money department, shall we? Because the World card shows you're set. Your money and the job front will clear out. It's just all part of the new chapter. It's all going to fix up at the same time. So if you're a Libra that wanted to, like, okay, first I want to get my money in order, then this, then that, then love. God's like, I'm sorry, Libra. It's all going to happen about the same time. Okay? Okay, let's roll on. Let's get into the love department. And thanks for being here too. Please subscribe. Please set the bell to all notifications. I do go live Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern for the all signs from Aries to Pisces. So subscribe, set the bell, come and hang out with us. All right? And if you want to book that personal reading with me, just shoot me an email to archerastrology@gmail.com. And if you are in or near Utica, Michigan, I'm back. I'm in town. I'm going to be in person at the Holiday Inn Express. It's at 4555 Utica Park Boulevard in Utica, Michigan, this Sunday the 9th, number 9, from 12 until 6. So if you want to come and get a personal reading in person with me, come on by. And you can check out the other readers, the other healers, the vendors. It's going to be a good time, all right? So we'll see you there. Check out the link. It's in my post. It's in the community post. It'll take you there. All right, let's do it to it. Let's get back in on it. All right, what do we got on the Eight of Wands, Ace of Cups, and the Tower card? This is that person here that really regrets making you feel like an option, okay? You know who this is. Now, let's find out the rest of the story. Small town Iowa. No, just kidding. Sorry, Paul Harvey. Was Paul Harvey a Libra? King of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, I like that they're working on their self-love journey, but I do see this person was very belittling, okay? And very, man, for some of you guys, verbally abusive. No wonder you needed a spinny hug at one point, okay? Because what I'm seeing on this one is that, I mean, verbal abuse, that can be worse than physical abuse, okay? Some of you guys, this person liked to talk down to you, liked to call you names, and names that nobody should ever call their special person, okay? And then they'd be like, oh, I'm just joking, I was just playing, you know, I love you. And you're like, I'm not 100% sure of that right now. You know what I mean? It's like they were prone to fighting, or they loved the drama. And if things were going well, they had to start some drama, okay? They had a really hard time putting their feelings into words because they are a little closed off right now and dealing. Like, for some of you guys, it's a parent that influences their decisions in the King of Cups, okay? Like, that one parent's like, oh, Libra's no good for you. Or you do this, or you do that. And it is a little bit of like it's like an apron string that hasn't been fully severed. You know what I mean? And so, especially with their upbringing, the Five of Swords on the Six of Cups, this tells me that right now they've been working a lot to clear out some debt that goes back to their childhood. You know how they were raised because you know how mom acted. Dad wasn't around much, and so they did not get a lot of attention. This is somebody that understood how the two separate Christmases and everything worked, so they didn't see what a couple relationship worked like. Like, to them, they thought it was like, to somebody that has two separate Christmases, right? You go to mom's and dad's houses, they look at people that only get one Christmas and they're like, that's weird. Why does your dad come over to your mom's house? I don't understand. How does that work? That's the kind of stuff that they're clearing out on the Five of Swords, okay? It's that type of a thing, because I like the Five of Swords personally because it represents the 5 stages of grief. And you have to make it through all 5 stages of grief in order to elevate to the Six of Swords, where you start seeing things from a more positive perspective. You know what I mean, right? So that's what they're in the process of. They're at that last stage of grief, the acceptance stage, of understanding what they did to contribute to the relationship and why it didn't work. And yeah, I know they were the one that walked away. I mean, a few of you guys did cut this person out, but for the bulk of you guys, this was their ego that caused them to break up with you, okay? And now they're doing some reflections back where they're like, you know what? It's really one of those things they wish to God right now that they had known then what they knew now, because they wouldn't have done it. They're regretting it. They're like, I cannot believe I was that bad of a person. But yet they've done the work to reveal it and been like, wow, oh my gosh, I was rough. Holy moly. Okay, so that gets them through this one. And with the Two of Wands, Four of Cups, they've begged. They're like, if there was any way, if I had a DeLorean with a flux capacitor, I would go back and tell myself, stop acting like that. You're going to lose Libra. Like, with a little bit of intensity to it too. Hey, Sia, what's up, babe? How you doing, girl? Beth, hi, Beth. Hey, Danielle. So this is what they're sitting with, is stewing with a Two of Wands, a bad decision that they made, okay? And there is a big part of them. Some of you guys actually maybe do like camping, or you do have some memories of going camping. Both these guys are out camping, okay? So maybe for some of you guys, there was a neat memory of that, or they like camping, or for some of you guys, you were with a hunter, okay? So, you know, every year around hunting season, they had to go and do their hunting thing and stuff like that, you know? But this shows me that that's like, whatever it is they do, whether it's camping, hunting, whatever their outdoors dozy activity is, that's where they've had a lot of time to ground themselves, connect to earth, because they've slowly lost a lot of their friends, okay? Even my male Libras, your girl doesn't have a lot of the girlfriends she used to have. That's part of the growing up and the changes that happen. People start moving on their own ways. a lot of this person's friends have now gotten married or gotten in relationships, and now they're the single person and the outcast. You know what I mean? And that's changed their opinions and the way they've been thinking about stuff. So now with the King of Cups, they're coming through this, and this Tower card that they put you through, that's what I see them coming out of. And just so you know, they are still single. They did try to get into a relationship with somebody who couldn't put up with them. It never made it to a third date. You might have seen a picture once or twice of them with somebody else. It was all trying to like make you jealous because they were starting to realize what they messed up. And even that was a stupid mistake, you know what I mean? So they're very much an it is what it is person, okay? Where they weren't like this when you met, and now they're more worried about sitting on the couch playing video games and then being involved in the relationship, you know? Eight of Wands on the Eight of Wands tells me we've got some forward movement, okay? That there is a mutual attraction between the two of you guys still. It's why you've been having those dreams about them. And I'm hearing a song by Elvis. I'm hearing Suspicious Minds. We can't go on together. Suspicious Minds comes out on this one. So a bit of their jealousy was what led to a lot of this stuff. Whenever you guys were together, they try to make like a reason to get out of anything quickly, and just because they wanted to get home and sit on the couch, and you're like, we go do something, and this and that, okay? And what I'm seeing is that for some of you, you have started talking to somebody else, okay? Like you started to try to get involved with somebody else similar to what they did, but you found out this person was already like in a relationship or married, and you're like, whoa, I'm not dating a married person, no thank you. It looks like you guys had a very similar situation that you tried to move on, you tried to find other people, and both of those ideas were not great ideas, didn't work out. And now with the Chariot, you guys are getting ready to come back together, okay? And the Strength card could be dealing with a Cancer, Leo, Cusper. Could even be another Libra or a Capricorn or a Taurus. But yeah, this tells me here we had a very interesting connection between the two of you guys, that there was a lot of tension. All right, could be a Leo, could be a Cancer, maybe another Libra or a Pisces, could be a Sagittarius or a Scorpio, and there is Aries energy too, but there's actually some strong Cancer and Libra energy here with a little Leo on the side, okay? So this is telling me here that you guys both went through this, and now you're wondering if you guys can both like come back together. There's a lot of energetical red tape that needs to be cut out. For a few of you, I'm even seeing on this one that for some of you guys, are already disconnecting from a relationship, okay? You've already made that choice. The other person might not realize it just yet, but they did too much. And you've met somebody that is also disconnecting from a relationship, okay? So you're at one of those little awkward stages, wondering if you guys can both cut ties with your current partner so that you two can come together. There is a lot of energetical red tape, but it's doable, okay? What I'm seeing on this one is the change that's getting ready to set in right now is going to be an epic one, because for some of you guys, this has worried you sick to the point of affecting your health, your eating habits and that. But right underneath it, out of the Five of Pentacles is the Six of Wands that they do show up. And I almost called it the Six of Swords. Talk about success with a positive mindset on the Ten of Cups. This goes forward so you guys can restore the connection and start a family together. I love that for you. Eight of Pentacles confirms they're doing the work. See, they're not done with it. See how they're still working? They're not done with it yet, but they're working on this, okay? And I am seeing, interesting, I'm seeing a Libra that, something about playing horseshoes. Maybe that's something that you've done recently, or there's plans to do it, but I'm seeing like a Libra in a yard or at a park or something, but playing horseshoes. Maybe that's a fond memory between the two of you guys, possibly. All right, but the changes in this one are going to be pretty epic, okay? You'd be surprised by it, actually. You or them could be born on the 8th or the 28th, the 6th, the 25th, the 7th, the 17th or 27th. The 8th is here, along with the 1st, the 10th, the 20th, and the 30th, okay? And I'm seeing a lot of 13s, too. Something about that might resonate. But, okay, let's get into the new person. Let's see what we got on the new person. Here we go, guys. Let's do it. Thank you all for being here. It's like, what is it, 20 minutes to 6 or something Eastern time. Y'all get Fred Flintstone. Get out of your work. Get in the car. We'll talk in a sec, you know? It's almost yabba dabba do time. Be like Fred Flintstone. Get out of that workplace. It's Friday. Friday night, just got paid, party jumping. Yeah, I know, right? Who's listening to NSYNC? Nine of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. You or them could definitely be born on the 9th for this new person, okay? But now you're crushing on them either through work or through investing. Some of you guys met online. If it wasn't through like digital online dating, what I'm seeing, some of you guys like met through like Wall Street Bets or here on YouTube in a comment section or TikTok or something. Okay, so it's not quite the conventional way of things. Some of you guys, interesting. Some of you guys met through Facebook Marketplace. This is the energy of somebody that like you posted some books for sale and then somebody responded to it and all of a sudden it's like showing up to get a patio table and then next thing you know you're dating that person, okay? Interesting message, but it is a message for you. Could be dealing with a Virgo. I've got your card here. Could be another Libra for some of you guys. And I've also got the Death card on repeat. So this person's on your level. You guys have both already undergone a transformation and you're already in the new Earth timeline. The old Earth timeline is starting to fade away, but you guys have both made it, okay? And so what I'm seeing with this one, there's some similar interests. I'm seeing a racetrack off of this one, okay? Could be a horse race track, but actually what I saw was like a drag strip or a speedway or NASCAR. I saw cars racing, not horses per se, okay? Some of you guys might meet at a racetrack or at a NASCAR game or something like that, okay? That's cool because it tells me you guys share common interests. I like this. Now, you've both had very similar histories, okay? It looks like your lives have paralleled each other. 5 of Wands to the Hierophant. So that's what led you guys together. They're just not taking any action on stuff here. It's like, because of the similarities in the past, you're going to be very surprised the more you do get to know them that there's very similar journeys between the two of you guys, okay? And for some of you guys, this person is a reward for disconnecting from this person, okay? Because I'm seeing some of you being like, Archer, hold it, you're spilling the tea on both of us, okay? Some of you guys are trying to like quietly quit a current relationship because this person has already sparked your interest, okay? That judgment-free zone, do you, Libra? I'm here for you, Libra. It's cool, okay? But what I'm seeing on this one is like, there is something you're trying to figure out about like quietly quitting or something. Like, what do I do? What do I say? What do I do about this? What I'm seeing here, believe it or not, is a bit of the Beatles energies, okay? That, like, it's like when the Beatles decided to stop touring back in the late 60s. They did not announce it. They didn't make a public announcement about it, nothing like that. They just stopped touring. They went in the studio, they started working on Sgt. Pepper. And they didn't even release it until people started talking about, like, where are the Beatles? Have they broke up? What's going on? Then they were like, okay, time's right. Boom. I see this being an energy of the time's right dropping, okay? And with the paralleling in the energies, I think that's a bit part of their holdup too, is that you guys are both just like recently getting out of a relationship. All right, so there might even still be a little bit of ex drama and stuff going on. Like, hey, I need to come by and pick up my toothbrush. And it's like, I will just Venmo you $5. Go get a new toothbrush. You know, it's those little quirky things. Hey, Tyler, what up? Thanks for being here, yo. What's up, V? All right, let's go. Daisy, what's up, Daisy, darling? The Moon card. Okay, so they're hiding their feelings for you, but we have come full circle on your reading because we're all the way back. I love it. This tells me this is closing that cycle you've been trying to get out of for so long, because first card out was the Hanged Man, right? Pisces energy. Neptune, I think, is a big thing right now, okay? Final card, bottom of the deck for the clarifiers is the Hanged Man. Pisces energy. That Neptune influence and all those planets backed up in Pisces right now. I mean, poor Pisces. That sign right now, Pisces is like an airport on Christmas Eve. It is backed up planet after planet after planet. Yeah, it's like Chicago Midway. Like Mercury is getting ready to just roll in like that little private jet. You've got like Neptune is sitting there waiting to go into Aries, and God's like, hold your position, Neptune, because then you got Mercury being like, look what I can do. Mm-hmm. Yep, this reading is sponsored by Mercury, the planet that goes backwards. It really doesn't go backwards. It's just adjusting. None of these planets spin backwards unless you're in Australia, because then the toilets all flush backwards and it's really different and it's kind of cool. I had a friend that sent me a world map. Okay, I am talking to a Libra here that's a flat earther. Cool, but it's not. This wasn't where I was going with that. Do you? I won't tell you what I think then. Just go for it. You're cool. You got your own opinion. But it's like a friend of mine from Australia sent me a world map from down there because I'm like, you guys are all the way down there. No. He sent me one. Do you know in Australia the maps have Australia in the top center? And like the United States and the UK are all at the bottom? It's, there you go. Okay, so anyhow, irrelevant random fact for you that you didn't probably care about, but it's cool. All right, they're a little unconventional, aren't they? That they know stuff like that. For me to channel something like that is wild, okay? Interesting. Okay, but yeah, the Ten of Wands. Yeah, it's like a random Caitlyn fact. Yeah, did you know Caitlyn, when Chuck Norris is sad, he plays Caitlyn Petty music? Now you know. But with this Ten of Wands, what I'm seeing here is they were brought into your life as a result of the visions you both have for the futures, okay? And with this Ten of Wands, they weren't planning on meeting you this early in their healing journey. That's the thing where I was seeing like, okay, there's a little bit of stuff still getting worked out on both ends of the fence. That's why they're a little closed off in the Five of Pentacles. Same outcome as over here. You know why? Because the Five of Pentacles is back with the Six of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and the Star card. For some of you guys, you do have a twin flame returning that you guys haven't seen in a very long time, that you guys did both go your separate ways, got involved in another relationship, okay? And those relationships didn't work out, and now it's coming back together. Y'all, this is the kind of story that we will tell in the future of being like, yep, we were apart for X amount of years and then found our way back to each other. Now we're married and we're happy. Six of Pentacles, okay? For those of you, this is straight up your reward for the twin flame journey. And this person is doing the work. They're getting that red tape cut out so that they're ready to come back in, okay? So they're a little guarded and slow to proceed from rebuilding from the past, but there's more feelings for you than they're showing at this time. With that Moon card, could be a Cancer, could be a Pisces for some of you guys. There is strong Gemini energy. Sagittarius and Leo are here. Scorpio, Virgo energy. I think Virgo's here because of Leo. Sagittarius is here because of Cancer. Oh, okay, so it's not cusper energy so much as, remember how I just said that like both of these had the same outcome, that Eight of Pentacles, that they're both working on it and getting ready to make a move? For some of y'all, you're going to have it happen at the same time. Classic, it's Mercury retrograde. The new person finally decides to take a chance and go for it, you know what I mean? And then literally right about that same time as this person's letting their guard down, okay? Because they're already wondering if you could be the one. And for those of you that have like mutual friends or coworkers, for those of you this is a work relationship, you've already got coworkers that are sitting there going, so what's up with you two? You guys a couple yet or what? You guys are basically like work relationships, so what? You know what I mean? Okay? People already know of this thing. But about the same time, past person reaches out and hits you too. Okay? So you're going to be faced with a choice of two people that have done some work to show up and come back in. Happy Mercury retrograde, Libra. Oh my gosh. You have more than one person that wants you know what I mean? You got one hiding their feelings, one that hasn't talked to you in forever but doing the work, and oh man, and then it's just going to hit like Donkey Kong. Yeah. Libra, claim this thing down in the comments so we can manifest it for you. You might have to take your pick because you're going to get more than one option. So like maybe you leave a comment, be like, new person please, past person please. You know, we'll specify, because otherwise, with the power you're manifesting right now with that Hanged Man and stuff, you better be careful, because it might be one of those things where you're like, I just want my person or better. I just want my person or better. Some of you guys are even just saying, I just want my person. But God, like you're transmitting it like a 12, and you're going to wind up with like 6 love offers. Like you won't be able to go anywhere without getting flirted on or hit on, even my male Libras. Easy, like dial your manifestation in, because you're so powerful. My male Libras, you're going to go to the gym in the morning and everybody's going to be like, Libra's here. Oh wow, let's watch Libra do their squats. You know, it's going to be like all the girls in the gym watching you. The girls, all the guys are going to just be like, yeah, so be careful. You're in a very powerful place. Once the Pluto and Aquarius kicks in, be careful what you wish for. Okay? Leave a comment down below and claim it. And like this reading if it resonated or you wish to manifest it, okay? And like I mentioned earlier, if you are a unsigned artist, musician, Spotify, comedy, whatever you do online, okay? Even the other tarot channels. This is the channel the other tarot channels come to, because even tarot readers need a break, right? So post up your links down in the comments, all right, y'all? We got you on that, for sure. And remember, this will resonate to any placement of Libra within your chart too, because we are not just our Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. but all the parts of your charts are what makes you 1 in a billion. And I can see I am reading here for somebody that has a Jupiter in Libra placement, okay? Shout outs to the Jupiter Libras. I do see there are some here that are checking out their placements, and that's cool. I actually start when I have times that I can actually just sit and actually watch. You'd be amazed how little I watch tarot. You know what I mean? But you just don't have time for it. But when I do, I actually always start with my Jupiter placement and then work my way around from there. So awesome sauce. Hi Jupiter Libras. All right, so let's go. Now, if you would like to hang around, you're more than welcome to. We're going to do a couple super chats, and if you might want to, it might be like an extended reading for you, because oftentimes you'd be like, oh wow, that's exactly kind of like what I'm going through, you know? So it might still resonate. What's up, Katrina? How you doing? Katrina and the Waves. That actually sounds like a band. Are you a band? Are you a singer? That's cool. Have you heard of Caitlin Petty? What's up, Alba Panthera? I know I always say your name wrong. Hey, AJ. What's up? Thanks for coming by, AJ at Prestige Auto. Hi, AJ. What up, yo? All right. Hey, you got a link to your page for Prestige Auto? Get over to the YouTube channel, AJ. Post it up. All right. We're doing link shares down in the comment section on the YouTube video. And I'm getting ready to do super chats. And if you guys on Instagram, if you guys on Facebook or TikTok want to come over to the channel and rewatch the reading, I know once I end it here for you guys, it'll disappear. But come on over. You can rewatch it. It's already going to be in the March playlist. I almost said February. Can you all believe that we are already in March of 2025? Wasn't yesterday New Year's Day? I swear. Isn't it weird? January took forever to happen, and now it's already March. It's like, whoa, wait a second. What happened there? Now you guys understand why Pisces age differently than all the other signs. Leap year babies. They age like 1 year to 4 year ratio for a Pisces versus the rest of us. See? All of a sudden, it's March. It's like, whoa. You're welcome, Love Fire Tarot. I love you, girl. You're the bestest. All right, let's go. Hey, Michelle. What's up, Michelle's ASMR? How you doing? Mercury in Libra. That's a good placement. Mercury in Libra to put, ooh, nice. Gemini's planet and the cardinal air sign together. Nice. I like it. All right, let's roll on. Let's start with Rahama. General energy check-in and guidance for your own self and Caden's current feelings and intentions. All right. The Ten of Cups, Ace of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. Rahama, honey, don't you shoot the messenger on us with the Wheel of Fortune. I got to have a good way to say it. Hold on. Oh. Honey, there are carrots available on eBay and Amazon, okay? Anyway, that is embarrassing AF. Oh my gosh. Anyways, Ten of Cups, the Ace of Swords. Okay, here's the guidance I got for you, honey, is that you are currently on the right path that leads you to Ten of Cups. You have some serious potential, and Caden is one of the stones to get there. Caden could very possibly be the one, the Ten of Cups for you, okay? God is very proud of you going in this direction. That's why He's making this take a while with the Knight of Pentacles. He wants you to have that time to grow your confidence and to overcome a lot of what the person before Wade, who does not deserve having his name said in your presence, because his presence in your life is no longer appropriate because you're already above him. You are a sassy Sagittarius. God's giving you a little time to get that confidence back so you can be like, hey, Caden, what's up? You know, and get some of that energy back in. It will start coming up. King of Cups. Before Pisces season ends, you and Caden will have expressed some of your feelings towards each other and some of the intentions, okay? It's definitely going to be a good thing. I'm being told that unless you know where he's at already, that you'll be quite pleasantly surprised with the distance thing, okay? Like where he lives or what his location is. But you're looking good with the Wheel of Fortune, and please don't be mad, but you got the carrot card, basically, okay? So I'm on my way. Now, anyways, now, Rahama, we were going down to the river because you laughed at it, I laughed at it, and we both knew where we were going with it, but we're all adults here. And if there are kids here, why are you here? What you go sit down until Scorpio comes. That's tarot after dark. All right, Janet. Ryan shared a lot of Facebook posts. You replied to explain node changes, twin flames, will he like them? Does he miss me? Okay, gotcha. 10-4. Oh, okay, just to talk about twins and DFs, DMs, karmics. Gotcha. Okay. You know what he missed on the big one on that one is what you two are. And there's a reason he did that, because you are not supposed to just like them. You need to explain to him about soulmates. You're saying he covered like twin flames, DFs and DMs and karmics and stuff. You're totally cool about the posts on this one, okay? That's the one. Maybe even adding or editing one after he likes them, because he will, but it's going to open up the door for you guys to converse in the comments. So what's going to happen is he will reply back and like them when he gets a chance to, and then he's going to leave a comment on one of them that engages the conversation to allow you to start talking about soulmates, which throws a little bit of hints his way, because that's what you two are. And he does miss you. 10 of Swords to the 6 of Pentacles. He's trying to figure out why, I mean it with the Tower card, he's trying to figure out why he has feelings for you. Because originally, you were just part of his channel, part of his group, part of his posse. But now he's like, it's like that moment that somebody realizes they want to take somebody out of the friend zone. That's how he's feeling right now, where he's like, I'm feeling some type of way about her, and I did not expect that to happen, okay? So give him a little time, because now he's even taken a minute to respond, not just how, like me replying to comments or emails and stuff, because he gets swamped and busy. Not just that, now when he sees your stuff, now he starts feeling some type of way. Before, he was just fine just popping out an answer, no problema. Now he's like, oh gosh, what do I say? Should I say it right? Oh gosh, what if I say something stupid? What if I, and it's like, bro, just be yourself, you're doing okay. You know, that sort of a thing. That's kind of where he's at. But we do have the puzzle piece, so I see him finding a couple pieces of the puzzle. There we go. I see him with the TikTok puzzle piece showing up. I see him finding a couple pieces of the puzzle that will allow him to like get some clarity as to how he feels about you. 5 of Cups, he misses you. Melissa, what's up? Okay, should I just let Randy reach back out, or is it okay to text him? Is he interested in talking? Is the distance going to end soon? All right, let's see. Queen of Swords, 4 of Swords, the Tower card. Okay, what I'm being told right now is that if you do send another message, it will actually make you feel a little sadder, okay? Because you'll start double texting, it'll get a little built up. What I'm being told to do is give him until the weekend. And it's already Friday night anyways. So if you haven't gotten anything or heard back from him by like Sunday night, then it is totally cool to send him a good night. Send him thinking of you, good night, with a smiley face. You got to remember to put a smiley face emoji, I'm being told, for him to look at it in the right way. Without the smiley face, he's going to look and be like, oh, she's sad, or she's depressed, or she's just missing on me, and he might avoid it because he's not sure of how to respond. You throw the happy emoji at the end of it, or a kiss emoji, or a hug, or something, like you're texting like a friend or whatever, and then you got the Death card. That'll transform the way he's thinking, and that might be exactly what it is to get him to start talking. He's interested internally in his subconscious, and like on his mind, the energies around there are telling him to like open back up and talk. And it's as if with the 4 of Swords, he's saying, I'm just not quite ready yet because I've got some stuff going on in my life. However, I could kind of use a good night text just to know somebody's thinking about him, because he really doesn't think you think about him anymore. That's the thing. He thinks you're cool and doing good, okay? But that does lead to the distance ending. So the start of the distance ending soon is only like a day or 2 away, okay? But when you do send that message like Sunday evening, okay, disconnect from the outcome and just be like, you know what? I am sending this text message for him. I am not doing it to get a reply. I don't care if he replies. That's fine. I tell you what, every time I do that, now I just do it by default. I don't even think about it. It's just send the message, send whatever the heck you're thinking about and send it. Go, boom. It doesn't matter who it is. I could be like whoever. They reply, okay? So that'll hopefully help. All right, Jen. What's up, Jen? What does Jen need to hear? What does Jen need to hear? What does Jen need to hear? Queen of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles on the 8 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. Okay, right now he is working on trying to, in his head, getting the ideas and wrapping it around himself about how to reach back out and how to end the silence, okay? How to grow this connection stronger. The biggest part, 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, his work is what's in the way a little bit right now. I don't know what he does for a living, but I'm being told like right now it's like his busy season or something. Like if I didn't know better, I'd say he worked at H&R Block. It's his busy season. But the thing is, by the time he gets home at night, he doesn't get time during the day to really think on it or to even just attempt to make a message. And then by the time he's at home at night, he's passed out, he's tired. So he doesn't get a lot of time except for when he has that peaceful alone time before bed to himself. That's when he really does the thinking about how to fix things with you. That's just letting you know. What you need to hear is that it's letting you know that this is why it's taken so long right now, okay? Because he doesn't have like 24/7 to keep focusing. Work is a little cray-cray for him right now. But whenever he's got that downtime, silent moments, you could be his restroom thoughts on a bathroom break where he's got those few minutes to just be in peace, you know, during the day, and then when he gets home, okay? So hope that helps. All right, Tia Bia. What's up, Tia Bia? How you doing, honey? What can I expect tonight? Okay, this weekend. All right, give me a 3-day forecast. Give me a 72-hour outlook. Going to the birthday party. Leo and your mutual friends may be there, okay? Debating on entertaining the Gemini. All right, gotcha. Let's see what we got. The Hierophant, 8 of Swords, the 10 of Wands, the Fool card. I don't think Leo's going to go. I think Leo's sad. I think Leo is still in his ego trip. He's still working on that. I don't think he's going to go tonight. And if you don't see him there, it's not because he was like, oh, I'll bet Tia's going. I'm not going to be there. I don't want to go. No, he's actually still being stubborn. He's like not in a friendly mood. This would be like, this is that weekend he uses an excuse to get out of going to a party because he just ain't feeling it. That sort of thing, okay? And it's a little bit of the jealousy, which even leads me on the 8 of Swords to the Fool card, that entertaining Gemini is actually a very good idea. That should you ask Gemini about doing something, even if it's coming over for a movie night, don't have to be on, dressed to the nines and going out to the fancy place. Like, I'm gonna make you a dinner that'll blow your mind and we're gonna watch a movie. I think Gemini would jump on it and be like, all right, cool. Or go out, whatever you guys are comfortable with. But I do see the best potential is for a date night, or hang on, I know. I hear you asking it. I know. 8 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. It's okay to ask the Gemini if he wants to be your +1 to the birthday party. Totally is. Okay? Look at what a good time you guys will have. Look at, oh, hold on, I got this turned on. Look at you guys kind of cuddling up during one of the dances at the birthday party or something. Yes, we know they're going to have a dance, or at least a karaoke machine or something fun like that. But yes, it is okay if you want to try asking Gemini to the birthday party, because Leo is being a Leo, a little stubbornish, and like not ready to go out and entertain yet. Like Leo thinks that by not going to the party, that's going to bring a little mystery about him to get him into your head, and then you're going to be like, what's he doing? Why didn't he show up? Why isn't he here? I have already told you why he won't be there, okay? All right, AC, read me, Archer, read me. Is that like the thing from Alice in Wonderland that said drink me or eat me on the tea and the cookie and stuff? Whatever comes out for AC. 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, and the Hierophant. 6 of Swords to the 10 of Cups. You have the potential that you will hear from your person in the week ahead. If you don't, just know you are very heavy on his mind, and you have a very strong potential that if he can actually make it through the next 7 days without reaching out, I give that man prompts. That's definite Taurus energy, okay? That's that bull staying put. Like you would have to get a truck with a tow rope to move that bull, you know? And not in a bad way. He's just doing his thing. So there is a chance of him getting a little premature Mercury retrograde and reaching out first. If not, just know he's very heavy on your mind, and you're heavy on his mind, and retrograde could lead to a surprise you don't suspect, okay? But yeah, 6 of Wands, 10 of Cups, he may premature retrograde, okay? Just so you know, all right? I think that might be a medical term or an astrology term, or I don't know, who cares, okay? But one way or another, he could do it sooner. And we've got Rowdy. 8 of Wands. There's actually forward movement in your energies of your brother, okay? Like, he just got another 8 days added to whenever he is supposed to go, which is not when the doctors are telling you he's gonna go. The doctors are wrong. God gets to make that decision. However, he's gonna stabilize for a little bit, so you guys can at least, you guys get a little bit of a reprieve in your guys' lives too, and you can actually see and visit him with him slightly stable too, okay? All right, thanks guys for the super chats. I hope they resonated, hope I helped. And Leo, no, Leo, sit down. This is Libra's reading. Stop that, Leo. Leo, you sit your kitty cat butt down. You already had your reading. It's already available in the March playlist, okay? Scorpio's next. You already had your turn. Some of you guys are totally dealing with a Leo. I think Leo did that in the beginning too. Jumped in on it, and I was like, whoa, 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 no, no, not success, not very nice. Libra's reading, great success. Okay, and thank you, Libra, for letting me read your life, your love, and your energy. I truly love and appreciate you. And God, thank you for the messages we got for Libra. As always, we appreciate your divine protection, direction, and guidance. All right? And otherwise, until next time, I'll see you then. And I love you. Oh, Rohama, yeah, you got here just in time. I'm leaving before you hear your reading. I got to go now. Namaste. Okay, love you. Bye.